Hey everyone, I am excited to introduce you guys to one of our newest practitioners here at Firefly Hollow Wellness Center, Dr. Kia James, and an upcoming class that she'll be offering that is breath work. So let's bring Dr. Kia James on here and let's chat about this. Hi, Dr. Kia.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I want to
Good.
introduce you and get a little bit about your background quickly here
Okay.
because I think that breath work is going to be the big game changer for our community and it's something that people have been asking about. So tell us briefly your
Mhm.
background and what brought you
Certainly.
into working with breath work.
Certainly. Pretty much, I am a healer. I've been a healer all of my life. And I started out in nursing, and I absolutely adored the whole psycho comfort aspects of nursing and helping people to attain a sense of balance in their own lives. Now, um, one of the things that I learned early on in my own nursing practice, because I actually took a class in Tai Chi, was that the chi, which is the breath, is very, very, very important. And knowing that, I decided to pursue or have pursued over time the importance, or at least the practice of breath work in my own life. I also happen to be a singer, and we know how important breath is in singing. And that too grounds us. It helps us be more connected with our bodies. And in essence, what it can do is really be used, breathwork can be used as a tool to heal. If we look at the definition of it, we talk about breathwork as being the art and science of applying breath awareness and consciousness and using breathing as a tool. It's a force. I mean, we all have it. What happens? We're born. What's the first thing we do? We breathe. When we die, what's the first thing that goes? The breath. We need the breath to sustain our lives. We need the breath to be able to support us, to ground us, and to make us human. So, in essence, breath work, like I said, it has something that I came across very early in my nursing practice. But then, as I've grown in my practice, I actually experienced a true breathwork class, which was the focus was indeed the intention was to connect the head with the heart. And in essence, what breathwork can do for us as a tool is literally take us out, believe it or not, out of our bodies. It puts us into a meditative state and allows us to connect with our feelings, who we are, what we are, our intentions, and so on. So, breathing or breathwork in itself is not new. It's not a new phenomenon, but it is a phenomenon that will definitely promote healing if you choose to embrace it and work with it. Now, would you like me to tell you a little bit about what's going to happen in this class?
Yes, if I come to the class, what am I going to do?
All right. Well, first of all, you're going to wear comfortable clothes. You are going to come well hydrated. You are going to bring, we have yoga mats. So I think, if you want to bring a pillow, you may certainly bring a pillow with you. And we will start the class out by sitting on yoga mats in a room together. And it'll be calming, quiet. I'll have some music playing, and it will be meant to ground us initially before we get into the actual work that we're going to do. So we're going to sit there, we're going to talk, and I'm going to ask you to lay down. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about not the history, but a little bit more about the breathwork process and what you can expect. Because what it is, I consider it, even though you're laying there and you're breathing, it's kind of a workout.
Yeah.
So we have to pay attention to that. We have to prepare for that. And you have to understand that there are some things that can happen when we're doing breath work that can be a bit of a surprise. And so we're going to be breathing through our mouths. Now, normally there's some practitioners breathe only through the nose, but and some practices, only breathe through, some yoga practices, I believe. But we're going to actually be doing, it's called circular conscious breathing. And it's going to be on a consistent basis. We're going to breathe from our diaphragms, which is down, our diaphragm is down here in our stomach. We're going to pull the breath in all the way up to the top of our lungs, and we're going to let it fall out. And we're going to practice that. So we'll do that couple of practices with that. We'll practice how you get to the diaphragm breathing. And I will coach you. And then we will also do this in conjunction with dimmed lights as well as music. So music is one of the most important aspects, in my opinion. It's certainly for me, one of the most important aspects of me connecting with my soul and my heart. So we'll use the beat of the music to breathe. And then we'll breathe for about 20 minutes. And literally, again, I will be coaching you through this. And you will be laying down, you will be taking in air and letting it out. And I will ask, we'll start to set some intentions. I'll ask you to set an intention for the breathwork session. Again, we'll continue the breathing part with the music. And then as we are motivating and in essence, reaching a higher state of meditative trance, if you will, because that's what happens, is that we go into a meditative trance. Then we will break it. Literally. I will ask you to, and this is why you can bring a pillow. I'll ask you to scream. It's a primal scream. And I got to tell you, for those of you who've never had this happen before, it's very cathartic. Very cathartic. So that's one. Then what we will do after we have that break, then we will go into more meditation. And this time I will lead you in a meditation, and literally setting, whether it's gratitude, whether it's love, whether it's whatever you are choosing to do. You can also add to it in your head. That will be eventually what will calm us down, will bring us back down, because we were just worked out. And we need to really center again and come back to reality, or what we think is reality. And that's in essence what happens. So it's both a very stimulating process, but it's also very relaxing. And it really does help us ground into who we are. It's so therapeutic. I can tell you what the teacher that I've taught with that I'm not taught with, but I've been taught by in the past, has talked about how when he discovered breathwork, and I would agree with him on this, it was like having years of therapy, because all of a sudden you are very much just at peace and at one. And in the moment, in now, you're not, you got to fight. There will be some fighting in the head. That often happens with a lot of people, because especially people who are very driven, they're going to want to control. And it's all about letting go. All about letting go. So, that's in a nutshell, what we're going to do. And I absolutely welcome feedback after we're all done with this, because really, I believe this changed my life. And then I found human design, but that's another story for another day. So point being is that it moved me to really connect with myself. And that's what I hope for you. So the practice of breath work is really meant to ground, to stabilize, but also to set an intention with, also to reflect, and so on.
Yeah. Wonderful.
So that's breath work.
Wonderful. Well, we look forward to that class. We're going to actually put you guys, if you want to look in the copy or the description here, you can look at the date
Mhm,
and the time for that class, and you can register on the website. But
mhm.
stay tuned. You guys will also have a full podcast episode on this topic as well, because I think there's a lot more to breath work than you have to experience it, of course, but there's a lot more we can chat about as well. So, all right,
Great.
everybody. Thank you so much.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.